a good day.
Is it?
Good. It's a good day to die. You clicked on a video because you're interested in this album from Epica, the Quantum Enigma, not the Quantum Enema, Quantum Enigma.
Quantum Enema.
Yeah. This is their new album, follow-up to Requiem of the Indifferent from 2012, I think. That album kind of sucked. This one's better. This is a good fucking album. Queef.
So right off the bat, this is the first Epica album I've listened to in full. I've listened to bits and pieces of their stuff before, and I liked them, so I gave this whole album a shot, and I was very, very impressed with this album. There's almost so much going on with this album at any given time that it's really difficult for my brain to comprehend everything that's going on. Exactly. Alright. So Epica, symphonic metal band, so of course it gets heavy. There's orchestration in the background, and it adds so much to the entire album. Like that's the whole intro, which is like 2 minutes long, is just a really, really fitting epic intro. There's so many moments in this album that are just awesome. The Essence of Silence is an awesome song to listen to. It's probably one of my personal favorites from this album. What's the Chemical Insomnia is another really good song, and that was another one that I picked up on really quickly that I really liked. And then the other one that stuck out a lot to me was Natural Corruption. Natural Corruption it gets epic in the center, and the chorus is awesome too. And just all in all, this album lives up to anything you would expect from a symphonic metal band. Simona, I think is what her name is. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. She is an amazing vocalist. She's probably, especially after listening to this album, one of my favorite, especially female vocalists. It's weird. Her voice is so serene and nice that it's how are you in a metal band? I don't know. It's almost weird. Like the one song in The Essence of Silence, during the chorus, the first thing that comes to my mind, me being, I like some, show tunes from, musicals and whatnot, that it sounds like something you'd hear at, right. It's something you'd hear at, a musical, It's that kind of timbre to bring in sophisticated musical terms and whatnot to...
You mean timbre?
Nah. Timbre. Timbre is how you pronounce it. Timbre. It's, but yeah, the harsh vocalist, which since we have it here, look at it, Mark Jansen, also did a good job. I forgot that this band had scream vocals, and which it was cool, and they fit very, very well. It was nice seeing how they kind of balanced the two kinds of vocals throughout the album, and then everything else was solid. Solid. The guitar tone was awesome. Probably, I think, one of the best moments on this album is in The Essence of Silence when he gets to the middle part, and the riff. It's just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just it just sounds kind of almost simplistic, but it's one of those awesome go hard riffs that I can just imagine seeing this band live and just losing my shit at that point. It's awesome. And everything just fits together so nicely. And the other thing that I noticed that I really, really like from this album is that not every single chorus is balls out epic. They're all epic, but none of them are not all of them are that, your whole chorus of people singing and all kinds of other stuff. Not all of them are like that. But there was a couple times in a couple songs, in the Victims of Contingency, where I was that could have been a little bit more epic. If it was more epic, it would have fit a little bit better. But it's still a good chorus. That's me being nitpicky about one thing, is that I feel it could have been there. And then also the only other nitpicky thing that I have is that a couple times it seemed like the orchestra in the background would just kind of stop. and then it was just kind of the band, and then it would pick up again. If it was just kind of at least there, slightly in the background, it would have been a little bit better. But I can see why maybe at certain points they didn't have it. And again, that's me being nitpicky. It doesn't take away at all from the album. I just think it would have added so much more if maybe they kind of worked that in there. But all in all, this is a fantastic album. This is definitely in the running for. I can see this almost guarantee you this will probably be in my top 5 albums by the end of the year. This is a phenomenal album. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, this album really, really surprised me. I've always enjoyed Epica, but I feel that this album just takes everything that they tried to do and take it to the next level. I feel this is the most kind of overblown album in that there's just so much going on. The sense of scale is so much larger on this record than their past albums. I feel that this one has more balls to it. It's more aggressive. I mean, right off the bat, take Second Stone, The Essence of Silence, Unchained Utopia is another one. Just really aggressive. I thought it was cool the balance between the screen vocals and, you know, the clean female vocals. I mean... females. Yeah, I said that fucked up. But there's a good balance there. I like that, you know, they actually write music, and they write music that fits certain parts. They don't try to force the female vocals in there just because they have a female vocalist that's really fucking hot and they can sell a lot of records, you know? They're there to do what they do best. And I thought the balance was really, really good on here. Just the guitars, I felt like everything was just so much better on this album, especially compared to the last one. They're a lot more aggressive. Like Keith said, there's some parts that you just want to go ham. And when I think of Epica, I don't think of really fucking tight guitar riffs. I just think of epic shit, pun intended.
No.
But, I mean, all in all, this is just a really solid album. This is a very long album.
Oh, yeah,
You're in for the long haul when you put this album on. But the thing is that this album is so good it goes by like that. You know you got a good album when seriously you feel like you just started listening to it and that it's done. The last track, the title track, is almost 12 minutes long. And it's pretty good, but honestly, I feel a couple of the other ones kind of stand out a little bit more than that one. I'd say my favorite track on here is Sense Without Sanity. That song has a whole range of stuff going on. It's very aggressive. It's got a huge chorus. It's got huge, orchestration. And then it has this very elegant, very soft middle section. It's just a gorgeous song. Another one is Unchained Utopia. I feel when they have... I mean, it seriously sounds like they have like 50 people all singing at the same time sometimes. And that's one of the songs. I mean, I would love to see this band live to see how they pull off something like that. And the thing is about a lot of their choruses is that they're just so catchy. I mean, and even the verses. Sometimes I feel when... what's her name? Simone? Is that what you said? I don't know.
Oh, Simone Simmons. There you go. Now
Yeah.
I actually have it in
I
front
feel
of
that sometimes she adds actually a little bit of groove to the verse. And that's kind of weird when the vocalist adds the groove and not like the drummer or guitarist or something. But it works and it's really cool. I think Flesh God Apocalypse should take note that this is how you mix an album. And, because you hear everything on here. You hear the guitars, and everything just goes together like this. It's not this orchestration that, here it sounds real. Flesh God, it kind of sounds fake and computerized. And, here it just, the mix works so well. It's, it reminds me of Winter Sun's Time 1. It's just mixed so well where you hear everything that's going on. Nothing's too loud. Nothing's too quiet. It is the perfect mix. So I imagine that this record took a really long time to mix. And they probably spent more time mixing this than they did recording it, I would imagine. But there's just so many good songs on here. The song "The Fifth Guardian," it's just kind of a little interlude. Just reminds me of like something I would hear on an Ensiferum album. It's very folky, and it was really cool. It was a nice break for the album. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Vocally, this album is phenomenal. She's one of the best vocalists out there, and symphonic power metal, I believe. It's called. I don't fucking know. But she's just very good, and I feel that her compared to other vocalists, like, I don't know, Sharon from Within Temptation, she's right up there. I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, the guitars, everything about this album is good. This is going to be in my top 10 for fucking sure at the end of the year. This is just a good album. Yeah, buddy. Any last thoughts?
One thing that I did notice with this album, which it's another slightly nitpicky thing, and it's that I feel like except for like a couple of songs like the Quantum Enigma, and I'm trying to think of there's another song that goes over that's like a 7-minute song. I think it's Victims of Contingency. I'm not 100% sure, but there's a couple, only like 2 or 3 songs on this album that venture over like 5-6 minutes, and I feel like they kind of restricted themselves to that. Like, I mean, I feel like some of the songs, like some of like my personal favorites, like The Essence of Silence or Chemical Insomnia, they could have been, they could have easily expanded it, and it could have been so much bigger. But I feel like maybe they were just restricting themselves to 5 minutes. I feel like maybe some songs could have been like a much bigger thing than they were.
Yeah, I would love to see this band just completely blow it out. I don't know, write a fucking like opera or symphony or some shit. Awesome. I mean, I can see these guys doing it. They're talented enough. And it's pretty cool that they have all the people listed that did all the orchestration for them, for the strings and the choir and stuff. I mean, it's just a good performance by literally everybody on this list of people. And look, they even have a fuck, where was I? I just saw it. Up here. Hang on! Cohen Jansen played grand piano. What's a Rhodes? A glockenspiel.
Yeah, like that.
An accordion. Like, holy shit.
There's a lot of stuff on this album.
There's a lot of shit going on. And awesome. You learn something new every time you listen to this that you never heard before. Which, that's cool. I can't stop listening to this album either.
I know.
It's too good.
The album's awesome.
What would you give it?
I would give this album a solid 9.4 out of
10. Ooh. Getting all IGN.
Yeah.
Point tits things. I'm going to give this album a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh.
This is a damn near flawless album. It's just a few songs just feel meh compared to the others. But it's really good. See you later, homies.